Do you know the defendant Stanley Coulter at this end?
Yes, I do.
Has he ever been to your billiard hall?
Yes. But I should tell you that before that evening, he'd been barred from the hall because he was a troublemaker.
No, Mr. Wallace. About the evening of January the 15th. What can you tell us about that?
Oh, certainly, yes. It was quiet, see? Early in the evening, I was at the snack bar at the other end, serving a customer, when I first saw him come in.
What do you want? I can see there's nothing doing here.
Not for you, there isn't. Go on, off out of it.
I'm looking for somebody.
Not in here, you're not. Look for him outside.
Well, how can I look for him outside if he's in here? What happens if I don't go?
Wheatley's over there. He's liable to go raving mad.
I'll pay him back.
How can you pay him back? You haven't got 50 quid.
Tell him I'll have 50 quid. Tell him I'll have a lot more.
You? Come on, Stan. Well, that's about the size of it, yes. Yeah, same color. Yeah, same type of knife.
Now, you say that Coulter was barred. Did he know he was barred?
He certainly did. I've made that very plain to him. He was a marker, a scorer at snooker games. He used to get a percentage of the winner's stake money. He misscored in favor of a player who was losing, and the game was declared void. We'd all got reason to believe he'd done it deliberately.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace.
Mr. Wallace, you say your customers play for stakes. Have you got a license for gambling?
No, sir. Well, they do it without me knowing. Can't stop them.
I see. Well, now, on this night that you've told us about, when Coulter made a mistake with the marking, did you know they were gambling for a £50 stake?
No, sir. I only found out about it when the bubble burst.
I see. What do you do when you find they're gambling on your premises?
I sling them out, sir, whoever's done it.
But my facts are, you see, that on this occasion, it wasn't the gamblers, it was Coulter who was slung out, as you call it.
Well,
Will you speak to his lordship, please?
Yes, sir.
Are those the facts or aren't they?
Well, yes, they are, but...
No buts. I put it to you then that if Coulter had been gambling for a £50 stake, he wouldn't have been slung out.
Well, he might have been. He was an undesirable.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he was always on the fiddle. He was always trying to con people for a bob or two.
Oh, you mean he wasn't gambling for £50?
No re-examination, my lord. Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Call Randolph St. John.
Now, Mr. Wallace, the manager of the billiard hall, has spoken of your menacing attitude in the billiard hall. You said, referring to a gentleman called Mr. Wheatley, tell him I'll have 50 quid. Tell him I'll have a lot more.
But it wasn't my idea to say that, sir. See, when we got off the bus, we all walked down to Broadway, and Barney and Ginger split off from Billy and me to go to the pictures.
You stay down there. I can go up down, 16. No. Look, stay down here. It's dead dodgy in there.
If there's a game, I'll call you.
Don't forget you're going to find that 50 quid for that geezer Wheatley.
Yeah, he's probably forgotten about it by now. Anyway, I only made a mistake with the scoring.
Well, if he hasn't forgotten, you can tell him you'll get it for him.
Sure, with bells on, I'll get it.
Ah, but you can tell him you might win it at the dogs.
Well, with my luck. What do you want? I can see there's nothing doing here.
Not for you, there isn't. Go on. Off out of it.
I'm looking for somebody.
Not in here, you're not. Look for him outside.
How can I look for him outside if he's in here? What happens if I don't go?
Wheatley's over there. He's liable to go raving mad.
I'll pay him back.
How can you pay him back? You haven't got 50 quid?
Tell him I'll have 50 quid. Tell him I'll have a lot more.
You? Come on, Stan.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, you had a great jiggle. Hey, Billy, you got that 10 bob?
Yeah.
Well, give it here, I'll open my bank account for us.
Ah, you use your money for that.
Yeah.
So it was you who was on the defensive when you met Mr. Wallace.
Oh, yes, sir. I was scared, sir. I thought he'd clobber me any minute.
Had you any intention of paying back the £50?
Well, no, sir. I only made a mistake with a scoring. I'm sorry I did, but I did.
Now, I'm not going to ask you about the other incidents of the evening, because I want to hear about them from the other children so that we can fit it all together.